and I've got like a little mini bush, you know. Little mini bush goes from being blonde to brunette real quickly. So that's when I kind of lost a little bit and I started gagging and yeah, so we took a little break.
Oh my God. This is Sexy Funny Raw, where we talk all about the world of sex, from dating and relationships to the adult industry itself, answering all the questions you weren't even brave enough to ask Google. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Sexy Funny Raw. I am your host, Sylvia Sage, and joined in studio with me this week is my very good friend, Serene Siren. Tell the people hello.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy to have you. I feel like we've been trying to get you on this show forever, and it just never works out, but you're here now. We finally did it.
This rainy day in LA, we're making brighter by being together.
Oh, and you are a little ball of sunshine right now.
I tried to bring some sunshine with me.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. So you've been in the industry since 2015, the year after I came in. But this year, for AVN nominations, they just came out.
Yes.
What were you nominated for?
Girl Specialty Performer of the Year.
Yes, she was.
Yeah. And a couple of my movies got nominated as well.
Nice.
Ones that I was in, not that I directed. I didn't direct anything this year.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, but you have. You have been directing a lot of just girl stuff, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I've directed 12 movies, so 48 scenes, all written and directed
Wait, you
by me.
wrote them?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
I've never directed something that I didn't write.
Oh, that's hot.
Thanks.
Now I want to see these movies because I need to know inside your fantasy land of that
yeah.
brain up there.
I feel like you would like Yogasms.
Oh, I would love
Yogasms was hot. I was with Lexi Luna.
Oh, yes. Oh, I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
The positions.
Oh, it was really hot. She ate me out in a bridge. And
You were able to hold a bridge long enough to do a
and then
whole...
I put one leg up around her head. And
That is impressive.
to bring her in
You
closer.
are wildly limber, though.
Thank
so
you.
that, I can see that.
I'm trying not to lose it with age.
Girl.
Yeah.
I cannot even talk about this aging. We were just discussing right before we went on air, like how much maintenance is required with aging as a woman, especially in Los Angeles. Maybe some other places will let some things slide, but here you really got to stay on top of it.
This industry alone is very demanding, very competitive, and you're one wrinkle away from not getting hired again.
Truly, like the amount of serums I'm putting on my skin, in my skin.
Yeah.
I mean, buying
Vitamins
eyelashes, spray tans, fake hair, fake nails. Like, my God.
Yeah. It's constant.
Really makes me.
But it's working for you.
Thank
so.
you. But it makes
Keep
me
it up.
hate the plain person, the person at home who gets to take it all off and crawl into my sweats.
Well, that's why I like living in a different state
Right.
because I can go out in my pajamas with no nails on, no makeup on, and no one's going to stop and holler at me and tell me that I'm not good enough. You trash, you go back inside. That's what it was like when I lived here.
Yeah. Well,
So competitive.
I'm not ready to move out yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick it out.
Well, you're
a little
owning
bit
it
longer.
here. I mean, you've got a Dominion, so.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about porn set fails.
Oh.
I feel like there are so many times that things just go so very awry on a porn set, and
do.
they can be very comical,
It can be, or it can be disturbing.
Do you feel like fails happen often in
Luckily,
porn?
no. Luckily, not. Well, I guess maybe because I am in GG only.
Yes. Girl. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Girl only. A little bit less fails,
Yeah.
but they definitely happen.
Yeah. I was going to say, I work on both. I do girl and guy girls. And I will say the amount of fails on that side are much more than on the female side. There's a lot of penis fails.
Yeah, dick issues.
Yeah. And it will ruin the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Make for a long, arduous day for sure.
Yeah. What do you think is the most memorable fail that you had on set, and whose fault was it?
Okay. Well, I'm not going to say a name.
You don't have to say their name. That's fair.
And it's definitely the first one that popped into my head was a strap-on anal scene for Brazzers.
Okay.
And the girl over prepared.
Oh.
And
I already know what went wrong.
the director gave me so I was the one with the strap on.
Uh-huh.
And the dildo was one of those that has like the fake jizz hole in it.
I love those.
Yeah. But
Oh no, I already know.
So we only have like 6 minutes left in the scene. It's been this incredible scene. We've been kicking ass. You know, we're all sweaty and hot because I was like a gym instructor. So we're on the mat and she's on top of me and she's twerking.
Oh, on top is the worst.
Yeah, she's going all crazy. And then, you know, we go to do our final position and she is all cute and she goes to pop off of it, you know, and the dick flings back at me and all the all the overwatered anus water.
Shit juice.
Shit juice.
Yeah.
Comes spraying on me.
No.
Pops out of her, covers me.
Was your mouth open?
Luckily not.
Oh,
It
thank you, Jesus.
didn't get in my mouth. Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
God.
thank goodness. But it did like get all the way up to my chest. And the directors, there's only 2 people in that crew, and they literally started gagging and put down their cameras and walked out. They just walked out and this girl's obviously super mortified,
Yeah.
and like shivering in the corner, you
Oh,
know, and
no.
doesn't eat. So I get my dirty dick up and go get the Clorox wipes and I start wiping the mats and
Oh God.
you know, give her baby wipes and she starts cleaning herself up and you know, I'm wiping down like all
yourself.
of me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, only 6 more minutes. Only 6 more minutes. As
You
long as she
still
can
have
do
to
it,
finish.
I can do it. But when I went to take off the strap on, little did I realize that it goes all the way down. So then I take it off and I've got like a little mini bush, you know. Little mini bush goes from being blonde to brunette real quickly. So that's when I kind of lost a little bit and I started gagging and yeah, so we took a little break.
Oh my God.
And eventually finished it up, but they had to
Wow.
go get a different dick that didn't have a hole in it.
Oh
and
my God. What
we
a
recovered.
nightmare.
And I don't think anybody noticed, but that
And you finished the scene.
Finish the scene.
That's a pro.
That same scene is also highly embarrassing on my part because when we started, like doing the pretty girl shots, you know.
Yeah. Pretty girls
starting
are
to
the
get-
photos right before you go into sex.
Yeah, and I'm starting to get naked and everything. And my first spread, everything's good. Maybe about 15 pictures in, the director's like, oh, you have a little something
No.
on your butthole. I'm like,
Nope.
what? I look down and there's like, you know, maybe about this big
Toilet paper.
toilet paper.
How many shots did you get with the toilet paper before you noticed?
Like 10 to 15. And swear to God, they didn't reshoot them. They didn't delete them.
No.
They fucking published them.
No, they did
They
not.
published them. And this is when I was still pretty new. So I didn't like know my rights or stand up or anything. I just assumed that they wouldn't
would-
want
yes.
that and they would delete them. Because I did like the same poses over again and everything. And
Oh my God. That is just
so
mean.
That was a bad day, I guess.
Dude, they will publish some of the most ridiculous photos. Never have I had them publish toilet paper on my anus before, but
was bad.
My old pair of titties used to do a thing where like my nipple would separate from the muscle in a certain
Oh,
position.
yeah, that can happen.
And that I had photos where it's like a clear cut of like boob and it looked disgusting. And they put it on a cover. And I was like, are you out of your minds? There
that's just
wasn't
mean.
any other photo
That's
that you
just
couldn't
mean.
find with my titty being a regular titty.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Like
she's normally a good titty,
Right.
but you had to pick her
the
bad
one
shot.
photo.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was announced as a contract star for Girlfriend Films, it's when I had bangs.
Yeah.
And it was with 2 other super hot girls that were also contract stars being announced. And you know, we look really good and feeling hot and sexy, and they come over and they put a fan. So they put the fan.
A
and the
man
other
came
2
over and put a
girls-
fan.
Yeah, the other 2 girls, their hair's all luxurious. The shot that they chose
No.
as the big announcement for my contract deal, my bangs are literally doing this.
No.
They're literally sticking straight up. I mean, the rest of me looks fucking great, but my bangs are going like this.
I swear they don't have anybody review these photos. Or if they
Yeah.
do, these people hate us.
Yeah.
Like these
There
people.
was 200 shots to choose from.
Right.
And we looked great in most of them. You had to pick that one? Like, come on.
Thanks, guys.
That's not fair.
Real sweet. You guys
Yeah.
are great. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
That's a heartbreak. Like, we have Photoshop for a reason. And we take 200 to 250 shots for a
so
reason.
many photos.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So
Pick
lots of
better
things-
photos.
Yeah, lots of
Or
things have happened.
let us pick a photo. If it's such a hard job and you are like so overwhelmed, send us
Yeah.
the photos. I'll pick out which one you can
or I'll
publish.
give you 10 to choose from.
Right.
I'll pick out my favorite 10 to 15
Right.
and
Yeah.
then we'll all be happy.
Yeah. Yeah. Where you have bangs and I have a full titty, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Has there ever been a time where you have not been able to finish the scene?
Actually, no.
Good.
No.
Good.
There's one time a girl walked off
Oh.
and she had an issue with the director and she walked off.
But you got her back.
10 minutes into the scene. No, actually, the makeup artist, who's turned out to be one of my really good friends, Milana Ritchie, was tested, and she's a girl performer.
Your makeup artist performed instead?
Yeah, she filled in, and we
Wow.
just restarted and finished the scene.
That is amazing.
Actually, I'll
And
take
what are
it
the
back.
odds that she was tested? That's crazy.
Yeah, but I will take that back. There was
Uh-oh.
one time.
Yeah.
So, not many people know, but I did do some scenes for Naughty America with my stay-at-home guy.
Okay.
And I
During COVID, I'm assuming.
No, this is
Oh.
before. I think it was 2018.
Okay.
I can't exactly remember,
Okay.
but Naughty America signed me under a contract to do 10 scenes for
Nice.
them. And the deal was that they would be performed with my guy.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to perform with anyone else.
Yeah.
And we did 2 of them. Actually, no, sorry, 3 of them. 1 normal one, my first sex teacher, and then 2 VRs. Very successfully. They were hits. We did great. 4th one was an office scene at Johnny Castle's house. And I don't know if you've ever filmed at his house before.
Yes. Yeah.
But that room is, like this big.
Yeah.
It's tiny.
Yeah.
And he has 3 very big guys in the room filming. We made it about 20 minutes through the scene, which that's a long time.
Yeah, that's
right?
a scene. That's a scene.
Already did head, already did a couple different positions,
Yeah.
already did all of the pictures, all of that. But then they wanted us to spoon on the table. And my guy's a sweetheart. Like, he is not a performer.
Right.
He's not like a stud muffin.
Yeah.
He's not like, I want to fuck everyone.
Yeah.
He's a sweetheart, and he's doing this for me.
Yeah.
And we get up on the table. He's doing it for a couple minutes, and it goes soft,
Right.
Because it's really uncomfortable.
Yes. Yeah.
And he doesn't necessarily love it when I'm performing. And at that point, like, I'm definitely performing.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not loving this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it goes soft. And I've seen them give guys hours. I've seen them
Yeah.
give guys half a day
Yes.
to get hard again.
Same.
I take them into the little bathroom that's there. It's literally only been 5 minutes. And I'm just, loving on him, reminding him I'm
Yeah.
here with him.
Yeah.
And this is for us. And it's just us, blah, blah, blah. And that room is super fucking hot, by
Yeah.
the way, because there's 3 other dudes, all the lights.
And they've cut the air so you can film.
Yeah, exactly. So, you get hot too. So I'm just trying to cool him down and recenter him. I swear it was not even 10 minutes. They start knocking on the door, pounding on the door. Should we just call it? Mind you, they were 2 hours late. I was makeup ready for 2 whole hours waiting in a side room while they finished
Oh my
up a
God.
scene before me.
Oh my God.
So they're like, we want to get out of here at some point, blah, blah, blah.
And we should have started 2 hours sooner.
Yeah,
So-
I'm like, I just need a few more minutes,
Yeah.
30 seconds later, start knocking again. And they're like, Johnny's right next door and he's ready.
No.
I'm like, that's not
No.
the deal. That's not the fucking deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Long story short, I get out my checkbook. I ask him, how much did this scene cost you? Oh my God. I wrote him a check for $1,000. Never shot for them again.
Wow.
Didn't finish my contract because
Wow.
I was just so,
Yeah.
I don't need to do that to
Yeah.
myself or to my man.
Yeah. I get that.
That That wasn't the deal.
Yeah, that's disappointing. And I don't feel like that's your fault.
And we were already so close to being done.
Yeah.
And really all we needed was like 15 minutes
yeah.
of fucking silence.
Yeah.
He would have gotten back into it. We would have finished it.
Yeah. I've been on sets where we've given guys hours to come back.
I've seen them do that before.
Yeah.
I've waited for a scene to finish before, you know? It was not fair.
I'm falling asleep. Yeah.
I got what the program was. Like, okay, you guys want me to do a Johnny, not with my dad, but I'm not doing that.
Yeah. That's
No, it's nothing against any of them. It was just my standards.
Yeah.
My parameters.
Yeah. What is on your no list and why? And I'm not saying who because we're not naming names, but what things are on your no list?
Oh, man. I guess don't punch me in the face.
That's fair. Very fair.
I've only ever done one spit in each other's face.
Yeah,
thing,
I don't love that either.
And I had to know it was happening beforehand.
Same.
And now that it's happened to me, there was a time where I had to do nose sucking. So that's now on my no list. I did not like that.
Never even heard of that one. So yeah,
that one was a big no. Not many things are on my no list as long as it's with girls.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the biggest no is no other boys.
Yeah.
But I guess if it's not a scene where you're supposed to be calling me bitch and naughty whore and that type of thing, like I don't
let anybody call me those names.
Yeah.
I don't care what the scene is.
See, I do a lot of wrestling and a lot of cat fights.
Yeah.
And you have to say that stuff to each other. Like you're talking real naughty.
And maybe it's even different for you because you do perform only girl, that like calling another female or getting called that from another female might be different. But I am like, that is one of my biggest things on my no list is do not talk derogatory to me at all. I just will not allow it.
I don't like being called dumb.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Like,
it's just...
I just feel like if you're having sex
that.
with me, you should be like the happiest person alive and you should just be so thankful to be there. You should just be saying thank you to me the entire time.
There was another time that a girl bit my clit. I don't know why, but she got a little excited and started like nibbling on my clit, but it wasn't so much of a nibble as
not
an
a nice
actual
one.
bite. I'm like, no, not cool.
I would no.
There's another time that a girl the directors said, okay, now let's switch roles because it was our third GG scene in a day.
Yeah.
Because it was like for FTV.
Yeah.
And she said to the other girl, now you're Dom.
Right.
And, you know, so I'm sitting in a chair and being all like reluctant, submissive or whatever. And this girl's like doing this really sexy dance, walk up to me and like looking all fucking hot. And then, I shit you not, rears back her hand and slaps me in the face. Like, not pretend slap, not like, oh, you cute, you know? Like straight up just slaps me so hard that I have a red mark. And luckily the director called, you know, cut and didn't just like, oh yeah, this is hot. You know, because I was just literally so dumbfounded. I didn't even say anything. I was like,
I would also be dumbfounded. Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure that's not what she meant when she said you're Dom now.
Yeah, it's
like,
not hit the shit out of somebody.
So now on my consent list, I'm like, please don't slap me in the face. Please don't punch me in the face. Like, I guess if you want to punch my titty, you can. But
I do say that to people. I don't say punch, I say slap. I'm like, don't slap me.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can slap my titties.
You can
slap
slap
them
my
around.
ass.
Yeah, do all those things. My face? Absolutely not.
Let's not do that.
Yeah. I don't understand how some people like just that they don't even like think to like, how would you not ask somebody before you just slap the shit out of them? That's crazy to me.
I mean, I guess she thought it was hot. She felt empowered. And she's like, you know what this girl needs?
Oh my God.
She needs a beating.
A good slap in the face.
Slap some sense into her.
Yeah. Has there ever been a script that you said no to or asked them to modify on set?
I don't think so. Well, I guess yes. In my wrestling scenes, there were a couple things. Like I do kind of some crazy shit when I wrestle. When I do cat fights, And a lot of times they'll, make you submit by a face sit or, you get knocked out. I always have them modify it to where I'm not fully knocked out. Like I'm on the edge. So my eyes are still kind of open. I'm kind of slipping in and out of consciousness. But there was one where they wanted me to be like knocked out.
Unconscious.
Yeah, like for a good portion of it. And she was, playing with me and stuff during it. I was like, no. I'm going to keep my eyes kind of open. I'll be like out of it, but I'm not going to be completely out.
That takes away the consent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's
kind of draw a line there.
That's fair. That's a very good line.
What about you?
To draw. I have changed plenty of scripts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, and I've changed scene partners right before just because like I have a really hard time with some of the like, I don't mind playing a mommy. I'm totally fine playing a mommy. But I have a hard time when it seems very like rapey. Like I'm taking like there's a line that I just don't cross, you know? And so I've definitely changed some scripts and being like, absolutely not. I'm not saying that.
That's
good.
Like
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say that to this person. Like we can modify this and make it sound not like creep. Like there's a way to do it. Yeah.
And I love doing the mommy stuff too because it's a huge portion of my work.
Yeah.
But sometimes it does get a little creepy, especially, I do a lot of work for Adult Time and Mommy's Girl is one of my biggest sales.
Yeah.
I think I have like 40 scenes on Mommy's Girl. And sometimes after, like one I did recently, the girl literally looked like she wasn't even 18. It was kind of, and she had this super high baby voice. And I know that the fans are going to love it. They're going to eat it up, but it just, and she was totally, signed the consent paperwork, was all game for it, said she had a mommy fetish and all this.
Oh, God.
I'm like, okay, well, I guess we're doing this.
Yeah. Yeah. It can get a little cringe for me for sure. And there's people I put on my no list when they look too young.
Yeah.
Or like look little. Like I won't have sex with Jordy because he looks like
he
a
does
child
look really little.
and I can't do that.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the main reasons why I don't do boy girl is that I am always booked as the MILF. And with having boys myself, it's just no, like I cannot do that.
That makes so much sense.
There's a clear delineation in my own mind if it's a girl.
Yeah. I can
For whatever reason, it's just like, okay, this is safe.
Yeah.
And they're all, they all sign up for it. There was one time that a girl didn't seem like she was game for it.
Like she was not happy to be there.
Yeah, she didn't seem, it was only for the paycheck type of thing. And that was a rough day.
Yeah.
And I had to be really careful with her and make sure that everything was good the whole time. And I
constantly
kept,
checking back in.
Literally would whisper in her,
are you doing okay?
Yeah. Sure. Everything all right?
Yeah. And honestly, it might be nothing to do with the scene. It might just be whatever they have going on at home or, something. But you never know. And I do the same. I want to make sure that like everybody's happy to be here, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody wants to be here.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That's important.
It totally is, especially with some of the crappier agents who I feel like are gone now, but in the beginning years, you never really knew.
Yeah. That was a thing that just happened to me.
Oh.
Well, I was lucky because I never stayed at the Manor, but I was really excited to become a Motley girl.
Okay.
Because that was the agency that I'd always heard the most of. I mean, besides Spiegler.
Yeah.
But I can't ever be with Spiegler because of my limitations.
Yeah.
So when Motley signed me, I just really felt
like, this is it. I did it.
Exactly. I was so fucking happy. And then I found out everything that was going on and it just still to this day puts a knot in my stomach. I can't believe that drama.
I don't even know if I know all of the drama, but you're going to have to tell me.
Yeah.
'Cause I really do want to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just feel like I got lucky and I skipped over all of it.
Well, I feel like this question is very pertinent to that then.
Okay.
What would you change about porn? If you could change anything, what would you change?
Definitely encouraging people to speak up.
Yeah.
To have limitations and boundaries, to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
To not give in to the fame chase, but instead just do it at their own pace.
Like stay true to you and what you're comfortable with.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I hope that I'm a good example of that.
You are. Yeah.
Because, obviously I'd be making way more money and I'd be way more famous and I'd have 1 million Instagram followers
Right.
if I did boy girl.
Right.
You've got to do what's right for you.
Of course.
And you've got to take care of your health, your mental
Yeah,
health.
your mental health is so big.
Yeah. So I don't know if there's like one specific thing I would change, except I guess maybe what is already happening where they're taking away the power from the agents and they're putting the power back into the models' hands.
Yeah.
OnlyFans and LoyalFans and all those companies are.
Agents can seem kind of like obsolete right now. It's crazy.
Yeah, more and more people
Yeah.
are self-booking.
Yeah. I mean, I still have an agent, but I don't know that they're really doing anything for me.
I personally like it. I've self-booked before, and I just don't like that many people having my number.
Yeah. That's fair.
Like, I just want to respond to one person,
Yeah.
maybe a couple different agents if they're with the same agency,
Yeah.
and not have to constantly do the back and forth.
Yeah.
Either I say yes to the scene or I say no, I'm available or I'm not.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would change the age limit to get into porn if I could.
Oh, that would be good.
I would
Yeah,
change it to
21.
25.
25?
I would put it to 25.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That would slice it
Yeah.
from like 20,000 to
I
maybe
know.
like 5,000.
But I truly think it needs to be that because
yeah.
your brain isn't even developed until you're 25. And what
Yeah.
the last thing to develop is the ability to have and understand long-term consequences.
I agree with that. That just gave me chills. I like this.
You're not thinking about if you decide to leave the industry in a year or 2 years, like it really limits you to what you're able to do outside of here. And
Yeah.
as much as we're like, oh, well, the world is changing and everybody has an OnlyFans. Well, okay. But if you want to be a doctor or a nurse or a school teacher or anything involving children, that's going to be a real hard sell.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
to really think about a lot of those things. And I,
I
don't
like
think everybody
25
does.
because if you can rent a car, you can do porno.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems fair.
Yeah, these girls need to be able to get to their shoots. No,
Yeah,
just kidding.
exactly. Exactly. And I know plenty of 25-year-olds that still look like they're 18.
Yes.
And then I'm not as uncomfortable because I know that they're there on their own volition.
Yes.
That they're a stable person.
Yes.
And that they've worked through some other jobs before this.
It's having another job before this.
Yeah.
That is also very big because I worked in corporate America. I
Right.
worked like a regular job. I worked in hospitals. Like I had to be at work at 6 a.m.,
To know how hard it is out there to actually make the kind of
Yes.
money that they're making so that they don't
Yes.
just blow through it,
Yes.
party it away.
Yes.
They realize, oh, I should be holding on to this because I'm
Yeah.
not going to be 18 forever.
When they're
type of
getting,
thing.
a paycheck every day for, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, whatever their rate is. Most people will make that in a week or 2 weeks on a paycheck,
Yeah,
like you don't
make that
even
in a whole
realize.
month.
Yeah.
And they work 2 jobs for that.
Yeah. Like you don't realize how easy you have it.
Yeah.
It's so true.
And then it's spoiling them very early.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
so much so. And then they're buying purses.
Not all of them, of course,
Yeah,
but-
not all. There are some very smart
yeah, very
women who
responsible
made
women.
very good choices.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to finish it out on this one.
Okay.
What is the funniest fail you remember on a porn set?
So again, I'm in the wrestling rink. I'd already done it to the other girl. So you're up on the turnbuckles, which is in the corner, and they have like these 3
The
pads.
corner of the rings.
The corner of the ring.
Yeah.
So there's like 3 ropes, and then where the corner is, there's like these pads.
Yes.
That connect them.
Yeah.
So you put your legs on the outside of it, and you're like, oh, you've been kind of defeated at this point, and
Yeah.
you get strung up on the ring. And I'd already done it to the girl successfully. You run up to her and you kick underneath the pad like you're kicking her crotch, right? So it's my turn to get it done to me.
Oh, God.
First one's fine because it's like a 3 blow, right? So on the second time, she comes running at me, and I'm like pretty far back, so I don't even know how it happened, but she misses and gets her toes right on my clit and just like full contact kicks my clit.
Oh.
And I didn't know that it would be that painful. Like, I don't have balls, but that shit was shockingly painful.
Yeah.
You know, so I like fall down to my knees and I'm grabbing my crotch and she still thinks I'm
It's part
acting.
of the scene.
Yeah. And so she's like, you know, still talking shit to
Yeah.
me, and she runs back to her spot to go do the third one. She's like, get back up there, bitch, or whatever. And I'm still
like-
on the ground. I'm like, hold on.
Did she know she'd actually gotten you, or
No,
she didn't?
No, like she just thought I was still acting. The director still thought I was acting too. And I like had, it was weird.
You're like,
I
I'm
had
not
to-
that good of an actor.
Yeah,
This shit hurts.
Yeah. And I guess it somehow knocked the wind out of me because I literally couldn't even
Oh,
say cuts. I was
no.
just like, no, just, and I recovered quickly. It's not like it broke my clit or anything like that.
Well, thank God.
Yeah,
Thank God.
Yeah. So that was, I guess, funny.
Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, funny for everybody but you,
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, because you don't realize how bad a clit kick can hurt.
Oh, I think I would imagine a clit kick would hurt pretty bad. Also, say clit kick 5 times fast.
Yeah, that'll be our next warm up.
Yeah. Oh my God. I had so much fun. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for doing this.
Thank you.
Tell the people where they can find you.
Hi, everyone. Serene Siren here. Onlyfans.com/Serene Siren or just SereneSiren.com. I'm on Instagram and Twitter, or X now,
Yeah.
as
so
Serene
weird.
Siren X, and also on YouTube that way as well.
Awesome. You guys definitely go give her a look. It is so very worth it. I promise you. And if you guys like what you saw today, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And until next time, adios.